again. Welcome to today's attempt at a TimeGuessr puzzle. This is the game that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge. We'll be given 5 photos. For each one we have to say where in the world was it taken, but we also have to say when in history was it taken. It could be anywhere from 1900 to 2025. So let's crack on. I'm usually happy if I get about 2/3 of the total points. We'll do the daily one for today. Right. What on earth is going on here? I cannot tell from this conversion chart whether this is recent or not. I don't know how much a euro is worth now in those currencies, let alone whenever this was taken. Oh, I've got no idea. I mean, it doesn't look that recent, does it? I don't know who any of these people are. This one kind of looks like, I want to say Michael Heseltine. I don't think that's who I'm thinking of, and it's also not him. I think I'm thinking of, oh, I don't know who I'm thinking of, but it doesn't matter because it's not him anyway. So I don't know who this is. I don't know who any of these people are. Maybe this is when the euro first came into being. When was that? When did the euro start to exist? The photo, the quality and the look of the people makes me think it's the 80s. But if this is celebrating the launch of the euro, I think that's about 2005 or so. So the trouble is, do I go 80s or do I go 2005? I think I'll go 2005, especially because I just managed to click it spot on, which was a surprise. Let's go for... do we want to go for The Hague, given that Belgium is on top? Or are these in alphabetical order? No, they're not, because Finland's at the bottom. I mean, really, I would think maybe it's in Zurich. But I don't think... No, we've still got Swiss francs, haven't we? So I don't think it would be in Zurich. Let's just go for Brussels. I know I said The Hague a minute ago, but we'll go for Brussels. We'll make a guess. Oh, it was 98. So it was a bit earlier than I thought, but it wasn't in the 80s, so I suppose I was closer going for 05. The euro launched on the January 1st, 1999. Wow. It's been 6 extra years than I thought. But I was in the right area. It was in Brussels, so that's a relief. 8,300 points out of 10,000. That is more than the 2/3 I was aiming for. Let's see if I can keep up that record. What on earth is going on here? This is the funeral of somebody, I guess. It doesn't have to be a funeral, it could just be an Easter procession that happened yesterday. Do I think this happened yesterday? Do I think this happened 10 years ago? I don't think it was that old. Can I work out from... Oh, they're hiding the thing. I've got no idea what that is. But I think I'm going to have to go for Vatican City. I don't think it's going to specifically be in the Vatican, but it easily could be in Rome, couldn't it? That does look Italian. I mean, it looks Spanish, actually. I'm having second thoughts. Santa Cristina. Oh, no. Spanish and Italian are similar in so many ways to an outsider. To be fair, I've studied Spanish, so I should know. Tapas is obviously Spanish, but there's no reason why you can't sell tapas in Italy. Bodega de Vinos Vienda, I think that's just like a wine shop, isn't it? Takeaway. I think that does mean it's more likely to be Spain. But then, even if it's Spanish rather than Italian, it could be Mexico, couldn't it? Oh, this could be so many different places. I think we'd have more Mexican flags if it was Mexico. So let's go somewhere in Spain, because then even if it is in Italy, I won't be a million miles away. Gastrobar, Andino, Taste Latin America. Does that mean it is in Latin America then, or is it just a Latin American restaurant in Spain? Oh, I've got no idea. Obrigado, yeah, it's definitely Spanish. I've got no idea when this was. I'm tempted to just leave it at 2025 and assume it was something from this last weekend. But then maybe somebody would be wearing a mask in this day and age. Okay, I'm going to hedge my bets. I'm going to go 2019. And we are going to go Spain. Let's go Barcelona, because that's closest to Italy. I don't think it's going to be Madrid or Barcelona. I think it looks somewhere smaller, but who knows? Oh, it was 2025. I shouldn't have hedged my bets, and I should have gone for Madrid, because it would have been closer to the correct answer. But I got more than 2/3 again, just. I got, what was that? The Palm Sunday procession in Malaga. So it was Spanish. I did say maybe it was last week or yesterday. Yesterday, as I'm recording this, probably last week as you're watching. I could have got an extra 1,600 points for the year. I don't think I'd have ever gone for Malaga out of all the places in Spain, so can't beat myself up too much. At least I didn't go for Italy. Right, what on earth is this? That is the Turkish flag. So I'm definitely going to go in Turkey, even though there is no guarantee that is where that stall is. I mean, this looks really old, doesn't it? Date de la Victoire. Oh, is it Turkey or Tunisia? That's Arabic. Did I get my Turkish and Tunisian flags mixed up? I think I might have done. Apologies to any Turks or Tunisians if I did. This would be a lot easier if it wasn't in black and white. I think I might have to go for Tunisia. To be fair, Turkey and Tunisia are close-ish on the map. So even if I go for one and it's the other, I'm not going to lose that many points. That, I want to say, is the flag of like Mozambique or some other country in Africa. Maybe Libya? I don't think it's Libya. So that does make it more likely that it's Tunisia. Okay. So now we just have to work out what on earth this year is, because this is quite old. But I don't think it's going to be as old as 1900. It's more likely to be like 60s or 70s. I might just leave it at 1962, why not? Let's just plonk our X in Tunis and hope that I'm not completely miles off. It was Tunisia. I was only 1 year off. Wow. Considering how much I struggled with that, that's probably more than I deserve, but I got the year and the location pretty much spot on. Very relieved and happy about that, and surprised. Alright, another black and white one. That's always more difficult. Are we going to be able to see any prices to work out what country this is? That might stand for New South Wales. I mean, it definitely does in some contexts. It's got to be Australia, hasn't it? New South Wales government. I feel like that's got to be the Australian New South Wales. How many other New South Waleses can there be? Railway tickets may be purchased with sleeping berths and stuff. That is not a helpful clue. I don't know when they would have had to cancel certain festivities. Is there anything in the background? Nope. So, I mean, there's the railway. It's not going to be 1900, possibly. I mean, it could be. No, this lady is showing way too much skin for it to be the 1900s. I really don't know, though. It definitely could be between the two wars. I'm definitely going earlier than 62. I mean, it could be the 60s for all I know. I don't know. Let's go 36. We'll go between the wars. But I'll go quite close to World War II just in case it's later. So maybe I can salvage some points if it is later. Right, New South Wales is down here, I suppose. That means it's most likely to be Melbourne. It clearly could be Sydney, and there are some other options as well. But we'll try Melbourne. I don't know where the railway station is. I don't know, even if it's in the same place as it would have been back then. So I don't know if there's any point me zooming in. Let's put it here. Oh, it's 49. It was just post-war. Okay. But I still got a few points for the year. I got fewer points for location than I was expecting. I think I was pretty close. It was Sydney rather than Melbourne, which is a bit unlucky. I don't think there was any clue in there that said Sydney rather than Melbourne. Maybe there was and I missed it. Either way, I think I deserve more than 3,700 for that, and arguably less than 2,000 for that, so maybe it balances out. Anyway, question 5. It's another black and white one. Oh no. This could be anywhere and any time. I mean, the only thing I can think of here is the explorer guy whose name's gone out of my head who dived into the Mariana Trench. But I feel like that was much more recent, but maybe not. I'm going to get no points for this. I'm glad I'm already over 30,000, but I'm very unlikely to get my 2/3 because I need a few thousand points still. And this looks super tricky. I've got no idea when this was, or where it is, or what it is. Let's go for 52. Why not? Just because I don't know if they would have had the technology to do whatever on earth this is if it's any earlier. Maybe I'll go 55 so it's not quite so close to the previous answer, just in case that's relevant. I don't know if there's anything in this game that makes sure you don't have ones that are too close together in terms of year. I don't think there is, but just in case. Right. Do I really want to go in the middle of the North Atlantic just in case it is the diving crew? That feels like shooting at a pretty small target. I think I'm going to go New York. Just because, even if it is the thing that goes into the North Atlantic, they dived down. It looks like they would have been building it somewhere on land. And I'm just thinking New York is maybe the closest place. I don't know. I think I've made it abundantly clear I've got no idea. Maybe I should go over here in case it's European. In fact, yeah, I am going to go over here. I'll salvage a few points if it's European, whereas even if it's American, it might be in California, so even going for New York might be useless. I don't know. Oh, it was American, but I did get my points for the year. It was 45. The gadget awaiting detonation atop the Trinity Test Site Tower. Physicist Norris Bradbury and Boyce McDaniel. Just before the world's first nuclear explosion. There we go. It was not a diving bell or capsule or whatever I was thinking. It was a bomb. I'd much rather it was a diving capsule, to be fair. I don't think I've got many points for location, even if I'd stuck with New York. So I'm not that disappointed at myself for switching over. Arguably, I'm happy to get 12 points for that. And to be fair, 2,500 is more than I expected for the year, so I cannot complain too much. Well done if you recognised that. Let's see my final score. Tiny bit away from the 2/3. That's a little bit frustrating to get so close and yet so far. I'd rather have got 0 on the last one, to be fair. I think if I was just 1 year closer, I might have got those extra few hundred points on any of them. Definitely if I'd gone for 2025 on the one that was 2025 rather than 2019. But anyway, we are where we are. Not a complete disaster. No major hiccups apart from obviously the location of the last one. But I do think that was quite a difficult one. So did you do better? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.